Hey everybody, you're watching Ready, Set, Drone, and my brother B is back.
What up?
He's in Austin. Very excited to have him and Tony in town. They're here for another shoot, but we were able to sneak in some time to take a look at the Mavic Pro Platinum.
Bam.
And the original Mavic Pro. We're going to tell you what's the same and what's different, so stay tuned. All right, so if you've been paying attention to DJI for a while now, you know that this fall they released the Mavic Pro Platinum. Now the Mavic Pro Platinum just arrived for me last week. I ordered it back in September, so it's been a little slow in the shipping department.
Right.
That seems to be the
That's their
usual
thing. When new stuff comes out, they're just like, no, you'll wait, don't worry.
But I waited. I'm really happy I did. I'm going to tell you a few things about it that just blew me away right out of the box. First of all, the color. Look at this thing. This thing is just plain pretty.
It is, and like you said earlier, like I think that I didn't really expect much from the color. I'm not gonna lie. Like the pictures don't really do it justice. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I do. I do like the color. It looks nice. It does look. It looks better. I mean, literally, if you look at a direct comparison, it's just shiny, and we as humans like shiny things, I think.
I mean, it almost reminds me of like the original Terminator, and then the liquid Terminator. Like, yeah, or something like that. But anyway, so that's a pretty minor thing, of course. But there are two other differences that actually give you something in return for paying the extra money, and that is updated ESCs, which have a different type of, as I understand it, they're a different type of electronics in these ESCs. I can't go deep on that, but I can tell you that the way these ESCs operate the speed of the motors, and ESC basically is an electronic speed controller. It controls how fast the motor spins and how efficiently the motor spins. And so these updated ESCs are a big deal. And from what I understand, they're actually the majority of the reason the cost is different. You know, you're paying, I think, an extra $100 for this one versus that one, and that's because of these ESCs. In addition to the ESCs, though, the propellers. So the propellers are a different shape. They are completely cross-compatible with one another, which is really nice. You can take one off of the Platinum and put it on the original, or vice versa.
You can?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we should do that. Let me see.
Here we go. Let's give that a shot.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know what would happen if you tried to fly it like this. Right. I would guess it would fly. It probably wouldn't be very happy, but they are cross-compatible. But the propellers and the ESCs do two things for you. Number one, they are quieter, and we actually have a sound measuring device, a sound level meter that ranges from 30 to 130 decibels. We're going to test the sound on these two. Scientifically speaking. And then secondly, flight time. It's supposed to, the combination of the ESCs and the propellers is supposed to give you an extra 3 minutes-ish of flight time.
And we're going to find that out.
The Platinum.
And the way we're going to do that more scientifically is that Kelly has bought 2 new batteries.
Yes.
2 brand new batteries, so there's no cycles. They have never been used before. We're going to fully charge those 2 batteries. And we're going to do a flight time test between the 2. Each one of them is going to get a brand new battery. We're going to put them in the same spot, same time. Who lasts longer, you know?
We'll fly them down to about 20% and see which one stays in the air. So that is going to be awesome. And then the last thing I'd like to do is take the new props and put them on the original Mavic and see if it makes a difference in terms of sound and in terms of flight time as well.
Yeah, that's a big question.
Well, as I understand it, it does help, but just not quite as much as it does with the new ESC. So I think we are about ready. We should go out in the field and give it a shot.
I'm ready to play. Let's do this.
All right. So we are literally out in the field. We have the Mavic Pro Platinum and the Mavic Pro. And we have here 2 brand new batteries. Now these are the batteries that came with the Mavic Pro Platinum, the bundle, the Fly More bundle. They've actually been charged 100%, but they've never been flown. So these are both 0 cycles on them so far.
Smells new.
So we're going to put them on the drones. So the only difference will be the props and the ESCs. And we're going to take them both up in the air at the same time, and we're going to fly them down to 20%. We're just going to use the remotes, no app or anything, and we'll just watch the battery level on the remote control. So let's go ahead and insert, and let's set them down out of the dust, if we could. There and there. And what we'll do is we'll take them up and we'll park them both over here, and then we'll just put a timer on. So let me go ahead and get my phone out.
Man, this guy just drops Ready, Set, Drone stickers. They're literally everywhere.
Let me get my phone out. Oh, there's a dog. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi,
he has
buddy.
2 balls in his mouth.
Hi, buddy. Here, let me have one of those. Ready? You're welcome.
That was awesome.
All right.
That dog was adorable.
And now back to the video.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go ahead and start my, get the timer real quick going, and we're gonna fly them down to 20%. So that means that they're gonna actually have less flight time than their theoretical limit, which I think 30 minutes is the theoretical limit on the Platinum.
Very theoretical.
So
theoretical.
let me just put this in a little less high grass. There we go. All right, so I've got the timer. So let me turn on the remote. Hey, buddy.
You have a friend now.
Yeah.
Multiple friends.
All right, come on, Neil.
That's so adorable.
All right. So you want to go ahead and turn yours on?
I'm really concerned about dogs around these, but yes. All right.
They don't seem to care. My dog does not care about drones at all, by the way. And
we're sure we got the right controller for the right drone.
We're not 100% sure.
Not 100% sure.
We'll find out in a second, I guess.
I'm connected.
I'm not yet. I'm still connecting. Light's still blinking.
I'm ready to go.
Okay. All right, up in the air. And start the clock. All right, so what do we get them to, about 4 feet? You want to bring yours over here next to mine?
Sure.
Now, just listening to them, I'm listening to the whir of yours, of the original.
Yeah.
It is more like bees. It's more like a buzz, and this one's a little more of a swishing sound, which is interesting.
I agree. There's a whistle to this one. This one has a whistle.
Yeah, it does have a little bit of a whistle to it.
There's a whistle to that one doesn't
have. A little bit of a whine. Now, the sound test we're going to do after the flight time test, and the reason we're going to do that is so that we can put them in the air separately.
Yeah.
Right? Because we don't want to have interference between them.
Yep.
So basically, we're just letting them both fly out to 20% battery.
Yep. So, yeah, we'll be right back.
Okay, so we are about, I'd say, a little more than halfway through this test at 11 minutes and 49 seconds into this flight. And what's interesting, two things that are very interesting.
Super interesting.
The Mavic Platinum is at 57% battery right now, and the original Mavic is at
55.
55. All right, so they're starting to gap a little bit.
A little bit.
But for the most part, they've been 1 percentage point apart, which is surprising. We thought they would be more. And then the second interesting thing is the Mavic Platinum's RPMs are floating around 480, 475. They're kind of bouncing between 475 and 490. And
this one's like between 550 and 570.
So the original Mavic is having to spin faster, spin the motors faster in order to hover. So efficiency in the propellers, efficiency in the ESCs, like we talked about.
Big deal.
Yeah, and right now
should be a big deal. I don't know. What are you at? I'm at
55.
There's literally a 2% difference, which I could almost call negligible at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're
so we're at 12:45.
Yeah,
so
like 13 minutes into the
We'll
flight
see
right
how this goes when we get to another. You know, maybe it's one of those things where toward the end it starts to.
I want to believe, Kelly. I want to believe.
Yeah, let's hope. All right, we'll be back. Okay, so we are at just at 20 minutes. We just hit the 20-minute mark. B is at what?
23%.
23%. I'm at 27%. So they did tend to gap a little bit more toward the end.
They did.
So 20 minutes and 13 seconds. He's going to go ahead and land. I'm going to go ahead and just fly out of frame for a second so that I'm not in his way. And
I think I can get to 20%. I'm at
leave it over there? Okay.
Yeah,
yeah. Well, I'm just going to leave mine slightly out of frame for a moment, and I think that's okay. I'm at 26.
I'm at 21. Get ready to do a lap.
All right.
I'll tell you when.
All right. And
20.
All right. 20 minutes and 47 seconds.
Right, I'm landing.
Mr. Platinum, I'm going to bring him over here.
He's at 23%.
23% for Mr. Platinum.
This is what your money is. This is your money right now.
21 minutes.
And just for the record, why can't you be more like your brother? He's relaxing. Why can't you be more like him? Gosh. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you had some issues as a child, huh? You the younger one or the older one?
I'm the baby. I'm the baby.
Yeah, I see where. And who could win in ping pong, you or your brother?
I don't want to talk about that.
All right.
His brother.
Thanks, Tony.
All right, 22%, and we are at 21 minutes. So we can do the math and extrapolate what 0 would look like theoretically.
I'm just watching this percentage because I just want to not lose by that bad.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm competitive for no reason.
I didn't even mean for you to end up with that guy. That wasn't intentional.
We actually originally were swift 20 minutes, swift 20.
Okay,
Damn.
boom. 21 minutes and
1 minute and
54 seconds. 21:54, and down we go.
It's so quiet.
All right, so 21:54 was the Mavic Platinum, and 20:47 was the original Mavic, the OM. So a difference of 1 minute and 6 seconds.
So I also want to point out is that I know that drones are more efficient when flying forward. So
Yes.
like if we were doing it, if we had the super long track of foreverness that we could just fly in a straight line at a slow speed forward, then these would have stayed in the air longer. I think that's exactly.
They actually generate a little bit of lift at a certain speed. Yes, the stats that DJI gives you assumes a forward motion of like 5 miles per hour or something like
as
that.
well
15
as
miles per hour.
completely depleting the battery to 0.
Yes. So we saw that the ESCs and the propellers on the DJI Mavic Pro Platinum did give us an extra minute and 6 seconds.
Yeah, they did.
And so that said, now we're going to test the noise level of these two.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right, so we already finished the first part of the test. Now we're going to do the second, where we use the decibel meter that Kelly got because it looks pretty cool and it's orange and it's black. And what we're going to do is we're going to fly the regular Mavic Pro first. We're going to do our best to keep this as standardized as possible. I'm going to fly the drones up right above this home plate because we're on a baseball field. And we're going to keep it right here. Kelly's going to measure it until we get a standard measurement. We're going to figure it out, be happy with it.
Try to get about probably 8 inches away from the drone
Yep.
and right behind it. So keep it facing that way and I'll do it from behind.
Got it.
All right, let's do it.
Cool, here we go.
I'm going to turn on the decibel meter.
All right, I'm going to just take it up.
Yep.
Okay.
Mow some grass.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna maybe go left and back just a little bit. All right, cool. So I'm getting about what I would say is about 6 inches away. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's looking like it's about 95 dB.
How you're doing that?
Oh, okay. So are you able to see that? All right.
So what is it?
Coming in at 94, 97, 94, 96, 94.
Let's call it a 95.
I call it 95, yep. 95.6, 95, and I'd say I'm about 10 inches from the drone.
Okay.
So we'll do the same thing. We're calling it 95 dB for the original DJI Mavic Pro. So now we've got the Mavic Platinum Pro. Before you engage, may I show something real quick?
Please, go ahead.
I just want to show you that we are flying it with the original Mavic battery, just to show
they're the
that
same.
they work, yes. So there we go.
That's a great job. Okay, here we go. You ready? Cool. Taking off.
Look how they spin up.
Wow, that was crazy. That's different.
They spin up really slow. We'll have to show that in a
That was
sec.
really cool. All right.
You got it? Cool.
This thing is smoother. I want one of these. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, 95 before, and 89, 92, 93, 91.
Really?
91, 93, 89. I'm a little further away. 84. Can you rotate it a little bit to the right? Just
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. I feel like we're bumping right around 90.
I agree with that.
88, 89, 87, 87, 85, 89, 89, 90, 91, 88, 91. So let's call it 90?
Let's call it 90.
Okay.
89, I think. Actually.
89,
We'll
yeah, it's because it's not hitting above 90 very often.
Yeah, 89.
Okay. All right, fly it around.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to.
Does it seem quieter?
It does. I thought it'd be more than that 5 decibels, to be honest. It feels like it is.
Well, 5 decibels is actually a lot. The way sound works is the higher you get, the more sound it takes to go to the next level. So to go from 0 to 5 takes very little, and from 5 to 10, but to go from 90 to 95 takes more than it does to go from, say, 50 to 55.
Got it. Okay.
All right, B, so what were the results of our 2 tests?
All right, I think, so with the decibel zone that we did second, this one was, this is the Mavic Pro. This went to 95, we called it.
Yep.
And the Mavic Pro Platinum went to 89.
89, yep.
So that's a 6 decibel difference. You were saying that that is actually a significant number.
I believe so. I believe the way sound works is that the higher decibels you get, the more sound it takes to get to the next decibel. So at a low decibel, it doesn't take much to get from like 5 to 10,
right.
But to get from 90 to 95, say, is a fairly big jump.
Okay. And so for me, the thing that I actually is just like, because obviously decibels matter, but also what you hear, I think, matters too. And what I hear when I hear this one flying is it sounds like a hive of bees, but there's a whistle to it. There's a very distinct whistle. And every time I hear that whistle, I know there's a Mavic flying around me. That does not have a whistle.
And you've noticed that on other Mavics before, too.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, all the Mavics have that whistle. And that does not have a whistle at all, whatsoever. That one has a completely different sound.
It's more of a swishing sound, kind of a shh. You can hear it, but it isn't quite as annoying.
Yeah, and when it takes off, like the way it powers up, way cooler.
Yeah. So this one, that one just and takes right off. This one spins up more slowly. So a couple of other quick observations. We noticed that the RPMs on this one were around 490,
yep.
And on that one about 540, 550.
550. Mm-hmm.
And then we also noticed that the battery for our test, the flight time, for both of them using the Mavic Pro Platinum batteries, which are brand new.
Never been used until this moment.
Yes, those gave us, this one had a minute 6 longer flight time to get to 20% than that one did.
Yeah, and I mean, all right, so with that, I'll say that if I was buying a new Mavic right now, and I was like, I don't have a Mavic yet, I want a Mavic, which one am I gonna get? I think this is worth it. I think the $100 more, go for it, this is it, get the bundle and get that one.
Yes, but sure. If you already own a Mavic,
then just get the propellers, because they fit.
Yep.
These same propellers, like these propellers over here, fit on this Mavic right here, and will definitely make it quieter. I know it will. Like there's no, like it has to, right? Oh, we should test that, shouldn't we?
We should test that.
We should test that.
All right, so B made a great point. While we're here, we might as well fly the original Mavic with the new props to see what the sound difference is. We probably won't do a flight time test of that today, but we're going to do the sound difference. So he's going to go ahead and take it up, and we're going to do exactly what we did before, try to get about 8 to 10 inches from the props, from the blades and the back of the quad, and see what the decibel reading is.
Sweet. Here we go. Really? It still has the whistle.
Okay, that's 90, 95, 93, 92, 91.
Quit drifting.
So I think the props are quieter, but the whistle is still there.
It
that whining sound, which could be the motors of the ESCs. Yeah, 92, 91. I'd say we call it 91.
Yeah, looks like 91. Crazy.
All right.
So it takes around 4 decibels down? It was 96, wasn't it?
It was 95.
95 to 91, so 4
decibels, and then that was 89. All right, so just from that test, we realized that the whistle sound was still there on the old original Mavic. And by the way, it's not that old of a Mavic. I have an old Mavic that's beat up. This one's in pretty good shape. I've only flown it a few times. Yes, N+1 or D+1. But the prop sound was not as intense, not as buzzy, and not quite as loud.
Right.
So we had the loudest was the original Mavic with the original props at 95.
Yep.
Next was the original Mavic with the new props at 91, and next was the new Mavic Platinum with the new props at 89. So there you go.
So 2 decibels saved entirely with the new one if you have the new props on the new one.
So wrapping up, if you want to buy a Mavic and you don't own one, what do you think?
You get a Platinum. You got to go the Platinum all day. If you don't have, if you want your first, I think a Mavic is a good first drone outside of a toy drone. First, you should get a toy drone first to learn how to fly, but then you should get one of these. But that's the one you should get. And then if you already have a Mavic, then keep your Mavic, get the new props. Because I don't think this is worth the investment of another $1,100 to be able to get a new drone.
There's one other data point we really should get. Sorry to do this to you. We should look at the RPMs with those props.
Oh, yeah, I could do that real quick.
Yeah, let's do that.
Just take it up.
All right. Sorry. Keep going.
Whoa.
So the RPMs are slower. 49.
Way slower.
490, 487. So the new props actually.
I think that would make the flight time. That would make the flight time change.
Probably would.
Yeah,
probably would. Now the RPMs on the Platinum were 450.
Yes.
So this is in between now,
Right.
because the other was around 525, 540.
Yeah.
With the original props.
This is
so
490.
490. So there is an incremental gain or actual loss, slower RPMs, which are going to make your engines last longer. Probably going to make them quieter, make them more efficient, etc. With those props on it.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, you got it. You already have a Mavic, get the new props. That's pretty much what the advice is.
And if you don't own a Mavic, buy a Platinum, and please do it from the link in the description.
Yeah,
We'd sure appreciate it.
It's a good link.
All right, B, this was fun.
Always.
Thanks. It's cold in Austin. This never happens, but I'm super psyched because I love the winter time.
We out here.
Winter is coming.
So thanks everybody, and as always, stay fly.